Hi everyone, it's Marcy Bullock with Overcoming Obstacles COVID edition. I am assisted today while I record this in my home by Mojo. We all need a little love from our pets during this tough time. I'm going to give you some strategies today for dealing with all of the unexpected things that have hit us this summer. You're likely watching this in the fall 2020 semester. Things are different than you expected. I would like you to begin by viewing this slide, which has a list of values. I want you to select the top 5 values for you. So you can pick 1 or 2, maybe in each column, or 5 total, however you want to do it. And I want you to pause the video now and write down the 5 things that speak to you most at this moment. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Once you have your top 5 values, we're going to move into showing you how those can play a role in helping you deal with these overcoming of obstacles. Now, you may have heard me say this before if you've watched some of my other videos on the 30-day challenge channel. What is holding people back? And I call it the F-bomb. It means that 1 in 3 people are not happy with their lives. I believe it's very simple to be happy, but it's not easy. So we have to look at the F-bomb. And there's a few different ones. We can say the word fine when someone asks us how we're doing. I'm fine. Yeah, it's a 4-letter word. It starts with F. I don't believe you're fine, though. I believe you're phenomenal because the odds of you being here today were 1 in 400 trillion. Also, people can say the F-bomb is fear. That means they're afraid to take some risks and push themselves. They want to sit on the bench and they don't get in the game, so they don't make any mistakes. Sound familiar? And the last F-bomb a lot of people talk about is fail. I'm afraid of failing, so maybe I'll keep it nice and safe and not step out and try something that pushes me. So today I want to think about having some more courage to live out your life calling and thinking about what you put out into the universe right now during this very difficult time. You're all phenomenal. I hope you need to hear that today. We all need to hear it. When I taught this class last spring, when we were all in person in Nelson Hall, I asked my students to write on an index card a thought that they had that they felt was holding them back. And we talked about the F-bomb and everyone got this card. And these were the things they wrote down. I'm not worthy. I feel like I'm really ugly. I think that life is meaningless. I think everyone's mad at me. I think there's no point in trying. Nothing is ever going to go my way, and on and on. So here is what I want you to know today, is that whatever follows I am is what you are. I'm stressed out. You absolutely 100% will be stressed out. So the strategy I'm going to give you today will help you with these thoughts that are holding you back during the obstacles that are constantly being thrown at you. And here they are. Try it. Why not? It can't be any worse, can it? First of all, when you say those things on the brain slide that you just saw, and I want you to think of what yours is. There's always a I am blank. I am not enough in whatever way. I know if you've watched my hairspray video, you heard me say I'm not young enough to be in a musical that's being offered at a university. Everyone here is 21. So that was my holding back statement. So when my brain offered me that thought, I could say, that's actually false. I don't think that's true. My brain just offered me the thought that I'm not young enough to do this. But in reality, I got picked to do it. So I am me, and I am enough. Whatever your I'm not blank enough is, please think about it that way. My thought just came in my brain, and my brain's saying, Marcy, would you like to believe this thought? And I can say no. I can actually observe myself thinking it and say, is that serving me? Because I want to feel a certain way, and if it makes me feel lousy, maybe I should change the thought. I know I can't do everything perfectly. Many of us have the addiction to perfection. We got to let that go. I'm not interested in being perfect. Life is super messy. When I think it, I feel a certain way, I start to believe it, and then I act a certain way. So if we've had an old thought and it's like a record that's been playing in our mind over and over again, like I am an imposter, I don't belong here. And believe me, I heard all of these things, broke my heart last semester. That's why I wanted to make this video. I want you to look for evidence to support a new belief, which is I do belong here. And my evidence is I got admitted here. My evidence is I'm doing well in my classes here. And I'm going to choose a thought that gives me a better feeling because I like to feel good. I don't want to walk around sad. I don't want to walk around anxious and angry. I want to walk around proud and happy. We're all going to have ups and downs, but these strategies help us to go more in the direction of the positive. And a lot of you might be saying right now, well, that sounds really easy, Marcy. No, you're saying that sounds hard. I've had this thought in my head a long time. It is programmed. It's going to take you practice to do this. But try it. Try to make a new belief system part of the mixtape of your life. You are starting this COVID fall 2020 semester. You get to decide how you're going to deal with it. And believe me, I know it's tough on you because I have seen the data that most of you, yes, most of you are lonely. So don't focus on, I've got to find the best job. That's going to make it even worse. And I want you to think about that happiness and well-being. The strongest predictor of happiness is good relationships. So putting effort into your relationships, what I call inflating your happiness tires and believing in your worth. So on the Chicago commuter train research study, people are asked to either put on their headphones or have a conversation with another person. And at the end of the train ride, the people that had the conversations, introverts, sounds horrible, sounds super awkward, we're happier at the end. I love that study because it reminds us how important the relationships are. So we're going to conclude with the future. No one listening to this video wants to be mediocre. I know you don't want to be mediocre. You don't want to be average, and you're not. You're exceptional. So think about nourishing yourself with whatever is going to make you feel great. I always find when I put good things in my body, I feel pretty good. And when I put crap in, I feel like crap. I love music. Maybe you love something physical. Sweating, it makes you feel good. The endorphins go. Nourish yourself. Also serve others. Let's think about being careful, staying 6 feet away, wearing our mask. This is being kind. It is a thing that we're doing for humanity, even though you might not be in a high-risk group. And then let's end with I've got to. Oh man, how many times have you said it? I know I've said it a lot. I got to do my laundry. I got to do the dishes. I got to do homework. Let's just change it. Like I said, the language, observe yourself thinking I've got to, and instead you're going to move to I get to. I get to spend 900,000 hours awake at work when I graduate from college, which is a third of the time I'm awake. I want to do something meaningful and only 13% get to do that. I want to do something that uses my talents, and again, only 20% get to do that. So with this video ending, hopefully you have some new ideas to let go of the limiting thought that is in your mind. Let's talk about that in class.